guess what? The Mavic Pro arrived today, guys. I was kind of surprised. I was actually checking last night for the shipping status, and when I got home last night, it actually looked like it was moving. It's kind of funny because it says here, for example, it started in the California area, and then all of a sudden it said the Ontario CA. I was like, Ontario CA? Do you mean like Ontario in Canada, the East? How the heck did you fly from like California there in an hour? No way. But then I looked it up. Apparently there is like Ontario, California. I was gonna say whatever technology they're using, they should sell it for billions and trillions or whatever. So indeed, I did get the Mavic Pro, arrived in the shipment, so I unboxed everything as is. So I'll show you guys all that first and I'll come back afterwards. All right, let's see what we got in the package here. Actually in the delivery it said it was 3 pounds, so it makes me wonder what's actually inside there, whether or not they packaged it just really well. Moment of truth. I like how the stickers on the box here. Obviously the box itself isn't new, but it doesn't matter. It's like a box for the batteries? Oh, battery. Okay, I'll be surprised if there's actually a battery and stuff in here. Okay, it's actually a brand new battery, so I guess that's a good thing. I guess technically I have 3 batteries now, because you guys remember before I actually didn't send it back with this, so I guess I got a free battery out of this. That's cool. Now the real question is this Mavic Pro. Does it look like it's quote pristine like what was promised? Okay, so far it's looking pretty good. I don't see any noticeable scratches or anything like that. Plus they gave me the battery and technically another set of propellers, I guess. And I guess the only other thing is I'm gonna have to update this thing, just like when you did it the very first time, just to make sure. Now let's see if there's actually a card in here actually. Nope, no card. Looks okay, so I guess the only thing left to do is to run this thing up in a firmware update. That's actually my most concern right now, is updating the firmware, and I guess we'll test it out outside. So yeah, as you notice, I was really surprised that there was an actual battery in there, the propellers, so I guess that's a good thing. Was that actually worth all the time, the frustration I went through? I don't know. I actually can't test flying the drone right now because, as obvious as it may be, it's raining right now. So it might actually clear up because I see over there the sun's actually out a bit. So we'll see if I have time. If not, I'll have to test it tomorrow. But I basically updated all the firmware. I reset it, everything. Even the app, I deleted the Go app just to make sure, and I reinstalled that. And funny enough, I saw the the beginning when you updated, it had that warning of if you don't update or basically connect to the internet when you first fly, it will restrict you. I haven't seen that before. To me, so far, okay, it looks like it's good, aside from the box, which to me it looked like it was used, like it was recycled or something like that. But in terms of the gimbal itself, when I started it up just to do the firmware update, what I did notice immediately that's different was when it starts up, it doesn't make that click sound anymore. Some of you might remember even from my old videos like the Polar Pro one, when you started up, it always made that little loud click sound. Some people told me that's not normal, but to me that's how it always has been. So that makes me wonder if that was a defect from day one that I had. When I started up first, I was trying to sync it to the controller, and then I was thinking, why isn't this working? It's trying to connect all the way. And I was like, oh yeah, duh. I have to sync the new controller to the old one. I remember that old bomb sound that you had to go through to do that. And again, so now I just have to wait to see if the rain stops or not. One extra note too, when you're updating, it seems like you have to update it with all the different batteries. Like the batteries have to be updated as well, so that's something you should remember. I can see how people would be frustrated with that. They don't know what's going on. If they fly with a new one and the battery trying to update, it probably takes forever. Because it took actually a long time, even on the PC. I did read this news article. It says Halifax fire calls in drones to survey truck with potentially dangerous contents. So again, people using the tech in a really good way. It makes me wonder when this will be normalized, like just the fact that you're flying a drone there is like such a big deal. Like, can't people just treat it again, hey, it's a useful tool, just make sure people use it responsibly but don't over-regulate it. Yeah, and funny enough, it's not raining over here, so yeah, hopefully it clears up by the time I finish all my other stuff. That'll be great. What's the big deal about this place? I see like the pockets of blue sky. That's always cool to hear other people trying to promote the benefits of the hobby and stuff too. I was trying to read some of you guys what you wrote in the Let's Talk site, and holy cow, some of them are so hard to read because that site doesn't allow you to do the paragraphs and stuff like that. I'll probably see it later, but it's really hard to look at it on my screen. Actually, hopefully I have some time next week, so I was invited to talk with a bunch of other RC and drone enthusiasts online, I guess, to talk about things like the Canadian regulations and all that. So I think that would be kind of cool, just to see what other people say around the world, and hopefully, again, just to get the message out there even more. Because holy cow, we need it in terms of making the regulations a lot better here, right guys? What's happened down here? Just a splash of paint or something? And who's the wise guy that asked whether or not I still remember how to fly a drone after all this downtime? To me, I've been flying it almost every single day whenever I could, minus all this DJI stuff and the interim drone laws. That's why I have like so much footage. So hopefully, you know, by now, I think anyways, when I fly it, it should still be pretty natural. Because even with the controllers, like I said, it's almost pretty much like a video game. My main concern right now is since I updated the firmware and everything, that's actually my biggest concern, whether or not anything's going to screw up there. So that would be my first test. It'll probably need a few days of testing too, but hopefully I don't have any problems with the actual camera, because some people still have problems with things like the sharpness, the right side blurriness, so I think it'll take a few days to notice it. I think I need to buy a new type of bag for my Mavic now if there's 3 batteries, because it won't fit that regular bag that I have. Wonder if there's another good option there for some kind of a hard case. I don't want it to be too bulky, because otherwise that'll kill the purpose of having a portable drone for the most part. Okay, lost shoe. Too bad I didn't have the drone a day earlier. Yesterday they had this really bright moon, like the harvest moon, and like, yeah, it looked really cool when I looked up in the sky. Could have captured an aerial photography. That's just one of the things I missed when I was down the drone. To show how long it's been, these leaves are definitely changing colors now. Alright, here'll be the moment of truth. At least there's the sunlight in the background. I'll show you guys what I mean too, how I don't even hear the sound anymore when you start it up. Yeah, like before you'd hear this click sound, but now you don't. You could say it's the filters, but it's not the filters. I'll put the filters on afterwards and I'll do another startup just to prove my point. Alright, filter on. Seems good, right? All right, let's try this out once it starts. And I guess this will technically be the first flight. Am I a new flyer again? And just so everyone else knows, for new flies, you should usually let it sit there for a while just to get the GPS. Don't fly it right away. I know a lot of people do that. So let's see how this goes. Is that good luck? Okay, so really quick flight test just to see if everything works out. I gotta get back home and see how it looks like. You guys would have saw the editing by now, but so far so good. All right, see you guys later.